Joining me now to discuss is Florida State Representative Jackie Toledo. Jackie, how are you this afternoon?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate you joining us, Jackie. So in so many cities across this country, Soros-funded DAs continue to wreak havoc. But here's a governor in Florida, your home state, who finally said enough is enough.
Enough is enough. And Governor DeSantis took bold leadership and made sure that this person who is not upholding the rule of law is held accountable. Andrew Warren is not doing his job, and Governor DeSantis suspended him for it.
Yeah, I want to play a soundbite here, Jackie, from Governor DeSantis this week. Take a listen.
We are not going to allow this pathogen that's been around the country of ignoring the law. We are not going to let that get a foothold here in the state of Florida. We are going to make sure that our laws are enforced and that no individual prosecutor puts himself above the law.
Jackie, do you feel like this we might see a wave across the country of other governors maybe taking hold of Ron DeSantis, following his lead?
I certainly hope so, because he is setting a great example that no one should be held above the law. No one, like a prosecutor, shouldn't be deciding who is and not going to be prosecuted. We have laws in place for that, and he should be following those laws.
For those of us who don't live in Florida, Jackie, what other issues has this prosecutor, what are some of the other issues in Florida that you feel that this prosecutor has just been neglectful on? I mean, here in New York State, New York City in particular, we have a DA, Alvin Bragg, who basically doesn't prosecute criminals almost ever. Is that what you were finding with Warren?
Absolutely. Many of the sheriffs spoke out against what he has been doing and not doing. For example, I'm a champion against human trafficking, and we have a registry here in the state that we created in 2019, and only one person is on that registry, and it's because he isn't prosecuting them and letting them go back out and victimize other people. And that needs to be stopped and will not be tolerated in Florida.
I'd like to switch gears now, Jackie. The state of Kansas this week with a shocker earlier this week, actually. The traditionally conservative state becoming the first in the nation since the repeal of Roe v. Wade to reject a ballot measure that would remove the state's constitutional right to abortion access. You might be wondering why a conservative state like Kansas has a constitutional right to abortion in the first place. Well, it was the result of a state Supreme Court decision from 2019. Because it was a state Supreme Court decision, that means it's the law of their land in Kansas and was not affected by Roe's appeal. Your thoughts on this issue with Kansas flip-flopping here?
Well, Florida is not Kansas. In Florida, we protect life, and we have been doing so ever since I can remember. I've been in office since 2016. One of my first bills that I ever filed was pro-life, and it was making sure we fully funded pregnancy crisis centers up to a year after a child was born. So here in Florida, we protect life.
And to clarify, in Kansas, they still have limits on abortion. Jackie, a lot of folks these days, they're envious of your governor. Any concern that he may be leaving the state of Florida for another job in the next year or two, or seeking another position?
I can't answer that question for you, but he's doing a great job as governor, and we are so blessed to have him, and he should lead the example for others to follow.
A lot of people are envious of your governor there in Florida. Florida State Representative, I should say, Jackie Toledo, thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.